It is Saturday, August 9th, 2025, and you are tuned into War Notes Live, your source for unfiltered updates. Tonight, the Jeffrey Epstein saga heats up, and I got baby Victor here in the background. He's playing co-host until he falls asleep. Now, first off, the Justice Department has officially filed to unseal the grand jury exhibits and transcripts related to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. This move, backed by Attorney General Pam Bondi, is aimed at increasing transparency, though the DOJ has requested a delay until August 14th to notify anyone potentially named in the records. At the same time, a legal group, Democracy Forward, has sued the DOJ and FBI, demanding records of communications about the Epstein case, including any involving Donald Trump. The lawsuit comes after the administration declined to release further files despite earlier promises. Meanwhile, the House Oversight Committee, led by Representative James Comer, has issued subpoenas for the DOJ to produce full, unredacted records, inclusive of high-profile names like Bill and Hillary Clinton and former DOJ officials. Ghislaine Maxwell is also in the hot seat, with discussions ongoing about releasing her DOJ interview transcripts. Now, recall this. Earlier this summer, the DOJ released a memo asserting no credible client list existed, implicating high-profile individuals, and concluded Epstein's death was ruled a suicide. That memo sparked backlash across political lines for its lack of transparency. Now, in case you were wondering what people think, almost half of Republican voters say that they would still back Trump even if he were implicated in Epstein-related crimes. Meanwhile, bipartisan support grows to make these files public, led by Reps Massey and Khanna. And again, the MAGA folks who are Bible thumpers and Christian cross wearers are so far away from Christianity is pathetic. They prefer to stand behind pedophiles. They prefer to separate families and see them cry. They prefer to see women die who can no longer have an abortion because medically they're not able to have a baby. So they rather see the person die than to have an abortion. These are things, and these are the Bible thumpers. Okay, and I am a Christian myself. But when these are Bible thumping MAGAs that wear their crosses around their neck and then say that they love Christ, and you separate families, and you support pedophiles, no, ma'am. Nothing can convince me of anything more sadistic than that. I'm sorry. MAGA folks if folks are still MAGA now, I am still even a little bit forgiving to the folks who voted for Trump and then later on said, you know what? Excuse my French, but I fucked around and found out. I admire those people to a certain extent. Well, listen, I made a mistake. I was convinced, I got brainwashed, and that's the end of that. And this yellow man guy, he's a pedophile, and I'm not going to be supporting these things after I've seen all the evidence. No, but you have people who they call themselves educated. They're Bible thumpers every Sunday morning. Okay, they have their cross rings around their neck, and they get on like that blonde chick, and they tell all type of lies. They are such the Antichrist, and they are far away from Christianity as Christianity is, and the Lord is watching. Now I continue with the broadcast. I had to say that because this world is, the decisions that the MAGA world made has now created an excruciating pain for the entire America. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're white, green, purple, or brown, it doesn't matter where you're from. Your life in some way has been impacted because of MAGA's vote. So those of the MAGA people who love to talk about go pick cotton and do this and do that, y'all gonna be the one picking cotton, because it's gonna be real hard to get a black person out there again to take the place of Jose and Julio, because you guys are racist and didn't think about your decisions before you went to the poll and pressed that button, knowing that the same man that you were electing already just finished a criminal case. I am shocked and appalled at all of the Reds who voted red. I'm sorry, I have to be shocked and appalled because there's just so much going on, and still you have this support of a man who is a pedophile. You can't put it any other way. Anyways, Epstein's former butler added fuel to the fire with that being said, detailing Epstein's bizarre lifestyle and claiming the financier couldn't have taken his own life. Okay. And then let me just say this one more thing too. The reason why I'm so bold to call Yellow Man a pedophile, not only because we know, not only because there's open proof out in social media, there's open proof all over the news, there's open proof everywhere. His face is just a splatter next to his bestie Epstein. Okay. We know exactly what's going on. But to top it off, when I heard that man come out of his mouth and say that if his daughter was not his daughter, he would screw her, that's how I knew he was a pedophile. That's how I knew he was a pedophile. Because if you can be on national television and talk all type of ridiculousness, such as, if that wasn't my daughter, I would screw her. I mean, hey, there's no other better words to put it. Y'all know exactly what I'm saying. That's how I knew he confirmed himself out his own mouth that you like him young. He's a pedophile. So again, I continue. Epstein's former butler added fuel to the fire. Yes, detailing Epstein's bizarre lifestyle and claiming the financier if you want to call him, couldn't have taken his own life. Calling to mind that the DOJ should release everything without exception. And here's the deal. Epstein wasn't a crazy guy. He might have been a pedophile, but he probably wasn't that crazy. He wasn't that crazy enough to not leave evidence behind that'll make sure that he wasn't going to be the only one going down. Everybody else was going to go down with his little black book. Now, that's tonight's Epstein's update. From the courtroom to the Capitol, the push for transparency is heating up, honey. It's heating up. It's heating up, listeners. And if you rely on War Notes Live to keep holding power to account, smash that subscribe button right now. We need your support to keep delivering real coverage. Now, this was your deep dive into the latest developments on the Epstein files. I am your host, Paviel G, indeed, and you are listening to War Notes Live, and I am signing off at exactly 9:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please stay informed, stay fearless, and keep listening. I thank you all for being here. Love you all very, very much.